Hi, this week's STEM challenge is how to build a prosthetic hand. This is a basic prototype showing the anatomy of a hand and the mechanics of how prosthetic hands will be prototyped by biomedical engineers. Biomedical engineering is a STEM field that combines biology and engineering, applying engineering principles and materials to medicine and healthcare. It is the combination of the engineering principles with biological knowledge that addresses medical needs and has contributed to the development of innovative and life-saving concepts such as artificial organs, surgical robots, and advanced prosthetics. As you can see, there's been some real advancements of prosthetics over the years. Let's begin the make aspect of our project. Remember, you need sellotape, string, cardboard, 5 straws, a pair of scissors, a ruler, and a Sharpie or a felt pen. Okay, so you've got your cardboard. Once you've got your cardboard, I'd like you to draw around your hand. You can use a pencil or a Sharpie felt tip. Once you've drawn around your hand, I'd like you to cut out your hand. And then using that pencil or Sharpie or felt tip to mark where your knuckles are, where the folds of your fingers and thumbs are. Once you've done that, I would like you to get a ruler, mark it up against the dotted line where you've marked your knuckles, and just fold your cardboard over. Okay, and I'd like you to do that for each of your thumb and your 4 fingers. Once you've done that, I'd like you to get your straw and to cut the straw to the length of your thumb and 4 fingers. And also, I'd like you to cut 5 what they're known as metacarpal bones, which are in the palm of your hand. Once you've cut them to length, I would like you then to cut each one of your finger and thumb length of straws to the size or just shorter than the length of the knuckles. After you've done that, I would like you to use strips of sellotape to attach them in place. That should now look like this. So you've got your 5 metacarpal bones and you've got the smaller bones in each of your fingers and thumb in place. So once you've got your hand done, what I'd like you to do is to measure the length from your thumb to the bottom of your wrist and your fingers to the bottom of your wrist with your string. But I would also like you to extend the length of the string by about 5 centimeters or 50 millimeters from each side. I'd like you to then cut that piece of string. So that would be a string for my thumb. Do the next one for my index finger. Okay, so you should have 5 strands, 5 strands of string. I'd like you then to feed the string down each one of your fingers. This can be a little bit fiddly, so try to direct it with your other fingers. So that each finger looks like this. Okay, so you should have threaded the pieces of string down each one of your hand bones and your metacarpal bone, or the straws. Once you've done that, I would like you to pull ever so gently the piece of string and then just overlap it over one of your fingers. And you can then get another piece of sellotape to then attach and secure the string behind the finger. I'd like to do the same to all 5 of your fingers, or 3 other fingers and your thumb. Once you've done that to each finger, at the end you need to tie a hoop into each one of your strings or muscle tendons, so that you can then pull on each one of it so your prosthetic model works. Okay, and to do that, I'm going to show you with a slightly larger bit of cord. So you need to make the hoop, and you need to go around the longer piece twice, and then down through the loop that you've made. Okay, and then that will create your hoop. Okay, great. When you've made the loops at the end of each piece of string, and you've also fastened it behind each finger, you need to do one last thing. That is to create what's known as a bridge across the base of the wrist. And that will just make sure that all your pieces of string or your tendons stay exactly where they should be. So, first thing you need to do is to mark the width of your wrist and potentially just give that bridge a bit of height. With a pair of scissors, cut the bridge, and with a ruler, just fold either side, which creates a square U, I guess. Now gather your pieces of string together and just place that bridge right on top of it, in the middle of the 2 creases. Then with little bits of sellotape on one side and a piece of sellotape the other side, make sure that it's in place. Okay, and then you have your prosthetic hand. Once you've made your hand, now's the creative part. Cover the back of your prosthetic hand with felt pens, tissue paper, whatever it may be. Make it look robotic, make it look realistic, make it look like one of your superhero characters. It's totally up to you. Once you've done that, is your opportunity to test it. Try picking up a container, transferring liquid to one container or from one container to another container. Make sure you do it in the sink. Try typing a sentence on the keyboard on your computer. Try playing the piano. Whatever you do, just make sure you take a photograph of it or a video and send it to stem@cncs.co.uk. That's stem@cncs.co.uk. I look forward to seeing your work. Bye for now.